Come on, I got this. Should be easy. Well, pity say the little Nipponese oddity already admitted himself, didn't he?
What exactly did he admit, juror number 1? I legitimately forgot!
Excuse me, but aren't you the guy from before?
Yeah, that's right. I was a witness stand myself just 2 days ago now.
Yes. I had a feeling I knew your face. Or the side of it, anyway. Anywho, if I remember correctly, you're a banker, aren't you?
Well, that's right, I am. After that there gold rush down under, I came to London to work.
Is that where he got, maybe there's somebody that sounds like that in Australia.
It was all going swimmingly until you started fossicking around. Bruce Fairplay was a man of repute.
Sorry, did I hurt your reputation? I guess word travels fast.
Don't think I've forgotten how you treated me the other day. You and me, that young hatter, pegged as criminals.
Oh, well, you know, water under the bridge. Don't sweat the small stuff, mister.
Now there's all sorts of rumors buzzing around, and the police have been badgering me nonstop.
I'm so sorry. If I could just turn back the clock, I never would have helped that McGill did. I'm sorry.
Well, anyhow, I don't know about that there hatter. At least I'm in the clear now.
That's good.
And I'm free to make up my mind about who's guilty and who ain't.
Yeah, you're doing your duty. Justice will be served, I hope. All right, maybe I might struggle to change this guy's mind. Yeah, sucks he's juror number 1. Oh dear. I wonder what's become Mr. First now. I'm sure he's okay. If he said that a woman in green collapsed before his eyes, what can only have been the victim? I'm just not gonna worry about you. The man wouldn't have gone around the house on his way back from the bookshop, not in winter. The poor woman's attacked. How dreadful.
I really don't care. Can't we just wrap this up? I got to get...
Well, yeah, let's, guys, come on. He's got to get back to work. A man's life is on the line here, sir. This will take as long as it takes.
Oh, don't be clever with me now, son.
I mean, that's not clever.
My life's on the line, too, and so is my family's.
Well, that's fair.
The likes of you won't understand, but a laborer can't afford to take time off. If I don't work, I don't eat. And neither do the wife and kids.
Well, yeah. It must be very hard. I have nothing funny to say. This is why, at least in where, our modern jury, hopefully they get paid. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I've only been summoned for jury duty one time, and they're like, yeah, no big-nosed freaks. And they said I don't have to come. And honestly, I would have been upset, but I didn't really want to go.
I go to the union every morning to find out what needs doing. You're late and the work's taken, it's tough. This time of year, there's water and gas supply pipes bursting left and right and center. They're after cheap labor to get the roads dug up to fix it. It's a hard slog from dawn till dusk it is.
So you're out digging up the roads on the day of the incident as well? Whoa, hold up. Yeah! Did you see anything on Briar?
Yeah, that's right. In fact, if I remember rightly, I was just around the corner from where it all happened by that old bookshop. No way!
Yo, what? Okay, another coincidence. God, this is so ridiculous.
That's right. Meerschaum Street it was.
Meerschaum Street? On the map, Mr. Naruto. Look, with both of your eyes. Okay! Juror number 5, I need you to add that information to the formal statement, please.
What's the point in all that? It's taking up my valuable time. Can't we just get this business over with now?
Please, sir. It's important.
Yeah. Fine, I'll do it then.
Great. Let's see that again.
On the day it happened, I was digging up Meerschaum Street from dusk till dawn.
Okay. Did anyone else mention this street? I feel like it has something to do with hers. Already admitted it himself, didn't he? I think we just gotta go in order. Gotta stop trying to look for shortcuts. You know what? What if it's this guy?
Your books, nice job there, but bourbon books, what a pity.
Why don't you like bourbon books? Something about the road, maybe?
Sorry, fold it, you say?
Yes! My laundry's all over the place.
Fold what? What was that?
No, actually, I said hold it. It's my signature catchphrase. Well, not really. Other people said it before, but okay, it's not important. What I want to ask is, do you visit your books often?
I like the old books they have in there, yes. Fairy tales, biographies, and the sort. It was the fashion back in the...
Shut up!
Well, I enjoy reading them over a nice cup of tea just the same. That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day. Including the day y'all are talking about. Yes, 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 yes!
And what time did you visit your books? On the day in question.
Well, I was picking out books in the afternoon, and it would have been just above five that I left. That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day.
I know what a daily routine is.
Including the day y'all talking about.
Okay, just before 5, you say. Exactly when the victim was attacked. There it is. Are you sure about the time?
Yes, no mistake there. I remember it well. I'm not about to forget that day in a hurry. Not after the dreadful time I had.
Dreadful time? What do you mean?
Well, I was
Oh God, why is he sweating?
I was walking down Calabash Road when I slipped on the ice and donked my head.
Huh? Huh? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Is it possible? Is it? Sir, what type of hairdo do you have? No, this person doesn't have a beard. But you can't say they don't have a beard. I'm sorry, bro. Okay, no, this is a stupid theory. But he's carrying books too. It's almost too weird. What gives?
Johnny, you're wrong. Why are you reading so... Subchat.
People would think I'm streaming this, but it is kind of weird. Let me see the hat again. Hold up. The hat's the same! Roughly? Is this the guy donking his head? And someone just slipped a knife in him? I don't know. Then why is he here in the ladies? Oh.
It was always worse after the snow stopped falling. That's when it's most slippery. Knocked myself clean out of there. I really thought my number was up.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. This happened on Calabash Road?
That's right, sonny. I live in Cornpipe, you see, but heading down Calabash Road's the quickest way for me to get from your books.
Juror number 6, I must insist that you add that information to your statement. It's extremely significant. We're on the right track. We got this.
Sorry, you're extremely sick? Well, I know a corrosion down by the road of Cornpipe, but, no, I'm feeling quite right, but you...
I swear, I love these games, but man, they know the buttons to push to make me angry. It sends a shiver down my spine to hear the member of the jury so convinced of Mr. Natsumi's guilt. But I can't help feeling that some of their opinions are rather subjective. Yeah, like always. I agree. It's the irrelevance of what some of them are saying that sends a shiver down my spine. So at least some of the assertions don't actually incriminate Mr. Natsumi of anything. That's something. But we must use that to our advantage, Mr. Naruto. Cunningly. Yes, lies and deceit. Time to be a lawyer. I mean, you're right. Let's go. And if any of those assertions are at odds, I'll pit them mercilessly against each other. Yes, don't hold back. Pit them against each other, like the minigame told you to do. Yeah, I kind of forgot. Okay. So when you get anything there, who's mentioning if he said that a woman in green collapsed before his eyes? Or could have only been the victim. Is that true? Just because someone's wearing a green coat? Okay, we gotta press here too. Also, this jury's honestly kind of better than the last one, even if they were really funny too. You're right. that at the time of the incident, the defendant admits to having seen someone wearing a green overcoat walking ahead of him.
Well, quite. That's precisely my point. Clearly that someone wearing green was the victim. And clearly that funny little Nipponese man with the disturbing mustache is the culprit.
Dang, she said that. She's extra racist, bro. I'm sorry. We know he's Japanese. God. But let us not forget, madam, the defendant vehemently denies attacking the woman.
Why, of course he does. If he admits to stabbing her, his life is over. The man is obviously a liver-faced coward. Honestly, claiming the woman simply collapsed before his eyes?
Oh my God. It's true! No, not assuming his guilt, but if that's a lie, as you're suggesting, do you not think it would have been concocted something more credible? Concocted something? What do you your makeup?
Oh, I really couldn't say. After all, you are foreign.
What the frick? That actor's just so racist. I'm ticked.
Johnny, it's the 1900s, but still, come on, other cultures are cool.
I hate bigots. I swear to God. Get this lady out of here. She's so biased against her. Oh.
And who's to say what goes through your
Funny little Oh my God. They are laying it on thick. Juror number 2. You smell like poo. Slight tangent. I can't stop thinking about the band Butthole Surfers. Were they surfers that swim in butthole liquids? Because, I mean, that's usually... Like, I'm not trying to be nasty, but, like, are they just surfers that are buttholes? I don't know. I'm not familiar with your discography. Okay, I could tell you what's going through my funny little mind right now, but you wouldn't like it. B-word. Bigot. Okay.
You all thought I was going to say the other one.
I do declare the man has already made the admission. He himself has stated that there was nobody else around. Surely the conclusion is obvious. No one could possibly have committed this. No one else could have done it.
Went full Marge there.
Homie, you better find who did this.
Marge, it's so hard, though.
If no one else could have done it, the accused must be the man. Really? It couldn't be more simple.
No, I think I got it. Your argument is compelling in its simplicity, I must admit, but... what the...
Oh my, you're too kind, my lord.
That went well for her. Oh yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be great. Hold up. We got it. Pitt, your testimony. I skipped over the evening of myself. Wait, I slipped over myself. If you said the woman in green collapsed, I think that's it. We got him. Hey! Those two statements clearly show a flaw in the juror's reasoning. What are you talking about? What? I'm wrong? Well, juror number 2, juror number 6?
My, whatever do you mean?
I thought it was onto something. It could have been just 2 people with green cloaks. Unbelievable. It's not like I was loud or anything. This is at least one fact of which we can be sure here. The bookshop receipt found in the defendant's room clearly indicates that on the day of the attack, he had been to your books and purchased a number of secondhand titles. He then returned home on foot.
But the man says he has no recollection of his return journey.
That's, well, correct. But what he does remember is seeing someone appear in front of him on the way. Someone in a green overcoat who suddenly collapsed on the pavement before his eyes. Wait, I was on the right track?
Yes, we are well aware of all of this. The poor young woman who was stabbed, obviously...
Nah. There's a lot of green coats in Great Britain, lady. Probably more in Ireland, but can we really be sure of that, madam?
My, whatever do you mean?
I'm sure you heard juror number 6 account of what happened to him that day, did you not? The same afternoon, there was somebody else apart from the victim who was wearing a green overcoat and who fell over the icy streets in that neighborhood.
Oh my, well...
Well, let's head the fella out now.
My goodness, you mean?
That's right.
I'm referring, of course, to juror number 6, the hard of hearing man over there.
Are you really suggesting that the person in the green overcoat whom the defendant saw collapsed in front of his eyes was the jolly old gentleman at the end of the bench? He with me today.
This is entirely possible. And it could have been a completely unrelated jolly person that also purchased books. But most likely him! After all, the old man has a somewhat similar build to the victim.
Well, look at that. He do. Wow, curvature and all. Like a big old melon he is.
My goodness me.
Sorry, you need a pee now? Well, show you where it is.
And crucially, I thought you said critically. Critically, I must pee! We know precisely where the old man in the green overcoat fell!
On Calabash Road. Oh.
Therefore, if the person who Mr. Natsumi saw collapsing in front of him was in fact juror number 6, it means the defendant must have taken the long route back to his lodgings. And if that's true, then clearly the crime scene of Briar Road where the woman was stabbed was not on his way home!
Oh my. Those nippies sure love to raise their voice.
You idiot old man. If you hadn't been so daft as to be roaming around there, we'd have boxed this off hours ago.
And really, what were you thinking wearing such a befuddling coat?
What you say to me? This coat's in fashion, it is! It's a crime for the elder to walk on the street these days. It's a crime to slip on the ice, is it? Then throw me in! I don't want out! It's a crime to keep up with the latest styles and wear a beautiful green overcoat! I'm still beautiful, dang it!
Everyone, please chill. Huh? You said hold it?
My lord, I do hope it won't cause any inconvenience. But
Why'd you say but like that? You'd like to change your leanings, I presume? I mean, it takes a lot to admit you're wrong, I reckon.
I do declare that I would. I should like to call for a verdict of not guilty.
Why, thank you. Wow.
And I would too!
Hey, good to hear. Cool.
Is it a crime to change your mind, is it? Well...
I'm not. Just go right ahead, buddy. The proclamation works again, baby! Oldest truck in the book! Let's go. Surprisingly, Lord Van Zeeks just did not say anything there. I'm surprised.
Well done, Mr. Naruto. That was wonderful.
Yeah, I'm kind of proud of that. I won't lie. Even the game sort of spoon feeds you the logic, but... well, we managed to change a couple of minds at least. It strengthened our position somewhat. Huzzah!
Yes. And will prompt the other members of the jury to reconsider their stance as well. They'll be asking themselves in their current leanings, are right or not.
Yeah, it's a domino effect. Dominoes are also black and white. Most of the time.
Now, if we could just identify one more clue of discrepancy, that'll make them stop doubting Mr. Natsumi. We might be able to tip the balance completely.
Right. That's exactly what we've got to do. Job's not done yet. Come on. Van Zeeks is looking to bring this trial to an early conclusion. And also juror number 5. But I'm not going to let that happen. That's what we have to prevent. Whatever means we have at our disposal. Boy, wake up! It's a trial. Do your job. Or don't. Actually, that'd be more better.
Thank you, counsel. On with the summation examination, please. Finish it up now.
Yes, my lord. I just saluted the judge. I don't know you're supposed to do that. Well, I could have only been the man. Okay. Oh, what do I have to finish? The man who gone around the house way back from the bookshop? Not in winter? Well, what about now? But you can't deny that there were other routes Mr. Natsumi could have taken back from your books. Well, yes. Like you drew on the map, you mean? What was it? Calabash Road or something? Please pay attention. Pot meat kettle, but precisely. It seems to be that what it counts whether the little Japanese fellow actually went that way or not. Well, yes, that's true. And at the moment, there's no proof that shows he did. Is there... Let me look at the map. Hold on. Where'd I suck at? So we're trying to force him down this road. It'd be tough to ask juror number 5 if he saw Mr. Natsumi while he was working on this road, because let's just be honest about it. Working on roads is tough, and there's just a bunch of people passing. You're not really gonna like notice one out of like a crowd. But hold up. If this road was being repaired, could he have traveled on it? Hold on, what did juror number 5 say? That's important. I think we do have to pit 3 and 5 together. Or against each other. Crud. Okay, well, yes, that's true as well. And as I understand it, the accused himself doesn't remember which way he went, does he? Yeah, that's the bad part. It's annoyingly true! Winter nights are dark and cold. So the way I see it, you'd want to get home as quick as possible. Well, yes, why is this all true? So really, the only thing that makes sense is that he went from along Briar Road. I'm supposed to be convincing you here, but he's convincing me. I've given it a lot of thought, you know. I didn't just make up my mind on a whim. That he did it. I kind of believe you. I mean, if there was some logical reason why he might have gone to Calabash Road, it'd be different. I'd be happy to reconsider my position. Okay, yo, he's a reasonable guy. I like juror number 3. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He's got good shoulders. And also, where'd you get that suit? I want one. Okay. A reason why Soseki-san might have not taken the long way.
A good reason. I don't imagine you'd be able to sway this young man's opinion without one.
Okay, I just have to reread. Honestly, shut the frig up. That's really rude to Deb's wife. But on the day it happened, I was digging up Meerschaum Street from dusk till dawn, which dusk is the point when he would have been on that road. So construction was happening. Can I press this, and will you say anything additional? So if I understand correctly, you're a day laborer, and also somewhat of a night laborer, and you were doing some road maintenance that day.
That's right. Like I said, you get a lot of boss gas and water pipes underground in the middle of winter. I'm slowly turning into a New Yorker. It's only the time of year fellas like me actually get a few bob, and I'm missing out today.
I'm so very sorry to your family, but when you say from dusk till dawn...
Well, the work has to be completed within the day, see? No coaches or pedestrians can pass while it's happening.
No pedestrians! Perfect! I wonder if I could trouble you, sir, to mark this on the map, the exact location of the work you were carrying out.
Give it here, then! Let me have a look, alright.
Please.
Alright, let's see then. Yeah, right around there. Meerschaum Street. It was just here.
Yes, it's all coming together! I'm maniacally laughing a lot for a guy that's supposed to be the protagonist. Okay.
It was a tidy dig, I could tell you. Had to get through all the drifts of snow that frozen solid.
And at what sort of time did you finish the work?
Well, we started in the morning. We can't have finished before gone 6, I'd say.
Perfect. It's within the window of 5. Ah! Wait, does that match up? Hold up. Where's the autopsy report? Doesn't mention it. Freak. Okay. Not important. Okay. I just know. It lines up. Barely.
The snow would stop coming down, but it's long past dark for sure.
That means the road was still going on when Miss Green was attacked at 5 o'clock.
Right. So we're good. Just it was 3 and 5 the whole time. Oh man. I'm getting my groove back. Thank you, butthole surfers. For some reason, those two statements are at odds with one another. Are you sure, boy? Explain. Please don't point. It wasn't me, I swear.
Hey, what? I just want to get this done and dusted and do nothing.
Well, juror number 3? Oh, me, sir? What do you mean? Juror number 5's words just now are extremely significant. Let's take a moment to consider the implications of what's been said on our map on the local area. On the day in question, Mr. Natsumi visited this bookshop to purchase a number of secondhand books. And on that same day, we now know that there were work being carried out on Meerschaum Street, making it impassable, which means the defendant's route home was actually Calabash Road all along. Oh, because he could not have taken Meerstrom Street and then later down Briar Road. Oh, yes! A perfectly logical conclusion to make. What do you think of this, sir?
Well, yes, you can't argue with that, really, but can you? Must have had a good 2 yards or more pavement up. Even gentlemen and gentlewomen came along and turned back the other way.
Perfect. So, the only conclusion is this. The defendant must have taken the route back to his lodgings. Yes, I suppose he must have.
Hey, suppose that's right,
Juror number 3, you said the following. The man wouldn't have gone around the house on his way back home from the bookshop, but we now see that he had no choice. Yes! He doesn't really look like he's startled. He's more like a yes! Well, my lord, Mr. Lord, my judge, sir, if I may. What? I don't think in all good conscience that I can say the man's guilty now. So, I'd like to see this trial continue so we can get to the bottom of what really happened. I always like juror number 3. He's a good guy.
Johnny, didn't you say you hated them all?
Shut up.
Is it a crime to admit you're wrong, is it?
What about you, sir?
What, who, me? Well, alright then. There's a hole in the prosecution's argument should be filled. That's what I gotta say.
Oh, Ace Attorney, you always make me laugh. I wish that thing wasn't so goddamn loud. It hurts my ears. Thank God I still got my hearing, but, well, that summation examination's concluded with a rather large shift in that their opinion. The A's 2, the no's 4. Or is that the nays? I like mayonnaise. So the no's have it. Not guilty, they say. Which means we no longer have a consensus among the members of the jury. The trial will continue, I reckon.
Objection!
Oh, here he comes. Try as you might, buddy. How you getting out of this one? I wrote the script, you... I almost said something really bad. Oh, gosh.
But Johnny, what is it? I can't say it.
I can spell it, I guess. N-O-N-C... You can figure out the rest if you're from Britain, whatever. Could it seem churlish of me to drink from my hollow chalice moments after raising an objection? What? Only to crush it in disgust. Pray forgive the discourtesy. Is that your catchphrase?
You bloody effing not.
Lord Vince Zeeks, what? It seems I must retract my earlier remark. That's good. What would you specify? You talked a lot. I mistakenly credit these jurors with intelligence by describing them as insightful. Yet we have just witnessed them falling for a cheap trick performed by an Eastern entertainer. Hey, what? Is he famous, is he?
Whatever do you mean?
I won't lie, I'm entertaining, but I haven't tricked anyone. Everything I've said is the truth. Indeed. Like what? Stalwart juror number 5 was undoubtedly repairing the road, as it claims. I believe you said was a good 2 yards of the pavement which you had excavated.
That's right. Took me the whole day, and they paid me a measly 2p for it.
Oh, what a shame. Now, my learned Nipponese friend, tell me this. Do you have any notion of the distance that 2 yards represents? 6 feet? Is that right? Pretty sure. If I'm honest, I don't have a clue. Okay, I'm getting in a character, I guess.
2 yards is a little less than 2 meters.
Less than 2 meters. That's not much at all. Huh. But the juror said In other words, a distance readily vaulted by anyone of a moderate vigor. Would you not agree, my stalwart friend?
Me? Well, I can't say you're wrong, no, but
Come on. That's so silly. I guess he's not technically incorrect. And did you perchance erect a sign to prevent pedestrians from passing the site of your work?
I wouldn't dream of it. What a waste of time that is. No coaches would I hope passing anyway. We'll just turn any gentlefolk back when they came. Kids just don't run over us all the time.
Ah, the accused is no gentleman as far as I can see. I've little doubt, however, that he could have sprung over 2-yard trench and that meanderings around town.
Is that true? Is it?
Well, the incontrovertible truth is that the books purchased by the accused were found at the scene. There can be no doubt that on his way back to his lodgings, Mr. Natsumi walked down Briar Road. Great. Crushed in a single sentence. But it's not like they have multiple copies of books. It's not impossible. And old man. Cold man? Oh, you could tell. Look at his eyes. He's so adorable. You say that at around 5 o'clock on the day in question, you slipped and fell on Calabash Road. Pray, was there a suspicious-looking Nipponese behind you at the time?
Well, can't say I remember.
You don't remember that you didn't see one? God, there's a lot of not remembering. How about a wager, my learned friend? You say it was this old man that the accused saw, but I would lay 1,000 to 1 against your being able to prove it. Great. Yeah, I mean, how do we... He's clearly not the one that got stabbed. But if Natsumi can't remember anything, what proof do we have? Order? Lord Van Zeke, explain, boy. My lord, if you had such a trenchant argument up your sleeve, why in the world you offering during the summation examination? I thought you couldn't do that. Did I just make up that rule? I wanted to give this young foreign student the sightseeing experience he no doubt came for. I wanted him to see for himself how the opinion of the jury is so readily swayed. Boy, I already knew that. We've seen that like 4 times. Well, my hospitality has its limits, I'm afraid. And they have been reached, I feel. Oh, God. Here he comes. He's on the offense. So, my learned friend, today's sightseeing tour of London is now over! But we've been in the same building. What? My lord! The prosecution requests permission to call its next witness to the stand. Well, alrighty then. Get him on out here. Next witnesses? Wait, witnesses plural?
Mr. Naruhodo, do you not remember?
I've been told on the... Oh, the cop. You're right.
That there was eyewitnesses to this incident.
Oh, yeah, I recall. Well, them being a Scotland Yard policeman.
I'm afraid that's likely to be the prosecution's next witness.
All right. Oh, God, dude, get it together. We can beat this. But it's so tough. I don't care. With the butthole surfers on my side, I'm invincible. No matter who Van Zeke brings to the stand as his witnesses, and no matter what they say, I believe in Soseki-san. I know he's innocent. And I'll keep believing to the very end until the battle is over. God dang. Naruhodo. He built different. What the frick is wrong with your eyes? Huh? Can we get a better look at her? What? Witnesses, please state your names and occupations for the court. Okay, this is an odd couple. Oh God, what the?
Come on, dear, wake up.
Constable Royal Beat, sir. Nothing to report on the street, sir.
And I'm Miss Beat. Patricia's my name. I'm proud to say I'm this young town's hero's wife.
What the crud? They're quite the pair. What's the story here? They're married, you dunce!
Well, in truth, we're not married long. In fact, we celebrated our first anniversary only the other day.
Uh-huh. So lovely. Young love, you love to see it. It was your husband I was asking about. He seems rather tired. They didn't see crap, bruh!
Oddly surprising. Whilst being an honorable occupation, patrolling the beat is the most demanding work in the world.
'Cause all the walking? Yeah. I'm sure I've heard this before, yeah. It's still unbelievable. But I feel like that's something that is grounded in reality that Ace Attorney picked from.
Indeed. Apart from the rare days off, our gallant officers trudge some 20 miles a day, you see.
God, how much do they have to eat to get all that walking in?
They patrol boarding houses, pubs, collecting taxes, survey the streets, check the meters, and, oh yeah, they light all those street lamps, they do. Responsible for keeping the streets clean and extinguishing out street lights, too.
There are a number of items on that list that don't sound much like police tuning at all.
Hey, we can't judge. Even though I've been judging nonstop since I got here. I wouldn't just be falling asleep on my feet. I've collapsed long ago. Jeez.
But it goes without saying that a policeman's primary duty is the apprehension of criminals. Even when he's off duty, a constable is expected to investigate and resolve any crimes on his beat. For the London Bobby is a man of honor.
Is he chewing on his hat? Like, what? And a man of slumber, apparently. I don't... Oh, God. I feel like the wife saw something. And the dude's just going along with it. Because, you know... Wow, Johnny? Blaming girls? I guess. Shut up. But it's... Let's get some info. Let's get their testimony first before I start judging.
On the day in question, this man and his wife were walking down Briar Road in the opposite direction, and they witnessed the incident as it occurred. Is that not correct, Mr. and Mrs. Beat?
That's right, sir. Isn't it, Rolly?
Constable Rolly Beat, sir. Nothing to report in the street, sir.
I like the song, though. What a great witness he's going to be. Oh, man, so attentive.
All right, very good. I'd like to hear your formal testimonies if you'd like. Well, you kind of have to, but we'll tell the court exactly what we saw on the afternoon of the incident. Yes, sir.
Instantly knocked out. Oh, goodness. All right, what'd y'all see?
It was our wedding anniversary, and Rolly was taking me out for a meal. He's such a gentleman. There was no time to change after work, I'm afraid. Anyway, two silhouettes appeared out of the fog on the pavement in front of us. And all of a sudden, one of them just collapsed on the floor, and the other scattered something before running off. He ran straight over, of course, and then went for help at the nearby police box. It was definitely that Japanese man in the dock. Rolly and I both saw him as clear as day.
He didn't say a word! Boy, you are... Oh, he is whipped.
Well, this is extremely compelling testimony that we will probably not question.
I will. So...
Oh dear. This policeman and his wife are claiming to have possibly identified Mr. Natsumi at the scene. If their testimony is true, the alternative course of events that you established in the summation examination will be squashed.
It's death knell, in fact. Because that alternative was never viable in the first place.
Well, it's an unfortunate behance, and on your wedding anniversary, too. My goodness.
Oh, I know. But I still managed to go out the evening with my man. I thank the Lord for that.
I can't hate them. They seem... It's kind of adorable in a weird way, but,
Gosh, the life of a London Bobby sounds very hard indeed.
Thank gosh I'm a lawyer. It's way easier. And thank gosh I'm a Let's Player. It's infinitely easier, too. Indeed. Now if you would please read. This cross-examination will be over in minutes. You may well have time to rest this afternoon. Well, see about that! Oh, God, that sounds awful. And what do you mean by that, sir? My learned friend, the witnesses saw the face of the man fleeing the scene. They are testifying under oath that it was without doubt the accused, Mr. Soseki Natsume. Well, that is a big claim to make. And none of these witnesses is a policeman, no less. So we appreciate the gravity of this situation, I'm sure. Except that the man's so tired, his wife has to do all the talking for him. How can nobody... Oh, this is so rigged. Enough preamble. I got a preamble. So we need to hurry up, all right? Counsel for the defense, get on with it. We could take a break. No, we can't. God dang, juror number 5's got to get out of here. And that man needs some sleep. And some warm milk. Okay. I was waiting earlier as I was talking to me about for a meal. There's no time to change after work. That's honestly kind of irrelevant. Anyway, 2 silhouettes appeared out of the fog. Pavement in front of us. Can you describe the silhouettes? Also, how'd you see the faces? 2 silhouettes. Right.
That's right. They were coming towards us, walking up Briar Road in the opposite direction.
Okay. Holy crap! God dang! Kingpin over here, jeez!
There was a rather plump figure, followed by a scrawny, thin-looking man.
Okay.
That does sound exactly like the victim pictured in this print. And like Mr. Natsume.
Yeah, he don't eat a lot. Too busy reading his books. Needs to, I guess, not eat his books. Why is that the idea that comes in my head? Needs to get some meat on them bones, boy. It's cold out here. Unfortunately, it does resemble the victim, and you're certain that at the time there was nobody else nearby.
Yes, quite certain. It was dark, but there were streetlights on Briar Road, you see. There was nobody else at all. Isn't that right, my darling?
Huh? Oh, God.
What's happening? That's right. There's a light fog on the ground. The Briar Road's a dead street. You can see a fairly long way down the pavement. And there's the streetlights as well. Didn't see any other pedestrians.
That's really bad. Well, sleep takes a firm hold. Your answer, please, Mr. B. Are you quite sure of what you just said?
Yes, sir. The copper who spends all day, every day, keeping watch of the streets. I swear to it, dude.
Look at that expression.
Oh my gosh, he's so dreamy.
I'm as sure as my love for Patricia.
Okay, guys, keep it together. No, don't keep it together.
Oh, Patricia.
Oh, Rolly.
I hate young love. Also, public displays of affection.
They're still maintaining there was no one else around other than the victim and the attacker. Starting to seem like that must be how it really happened. Dang it! It's beginning to seem like there's nowhere to run. Well, that didn't stop Mr. Natsume, did it? He fled the scene all too convincingly. Yeah, hold up. Hold up. If they're saying it how it is, why didn't Mr. Beat try to intercept him? And why didn't Mr. Beat see Natsume entering his lodgings? Is that a right thing to bring up? It does seem sort of odd. She's got a point. Thank you. I believe we have a reasonable, clear idea of the situation just before the incident. Now, I beg to differ. What happened in the crucial moments that followed? I'd also like to know, is she up to no good? I don't know. I'm not buying this act. It's weird. As most Ace Attorney characters are fair, but...
All of a sudden, one of them just collapsed on the floor. Then the other scattered something before running off.
Did you get to see what they scattered? This could be important. Something? What do you mean? Something is rather vague.
Oh, well, I couldn't quite make out what it was at the time. But then we got a closer look. We realized what it was.
Then why don't you just say that?
Didn't we, darling? Come now. You have to support your wife after all.
That's right. With some old books.
Oh, I see. Old books. Why did you not say that first?
Yeah, sorry. The culprit had dropped a number of them all around where the victim lay on the pavement.
Indeed, it's clearly pictured here, I reckon. Could the... no, the books weren't there. According to their testimony, the books weren't there from, juror number 6 getting hurt before.
That rotten Japanese man did that when he did the deed.
Let's not forget that it remains to be established that the defendant was indeed the attacker.
But we saw him. It was the man in the dark without question. The mustache, the hunchback, the cat-like eyes, the mouth, the snub nose, and everything.
Whoa, that's pretty effing mean. More insults? Jesus. I'm sorry. It sounds really xenophobic.
That's right. So xenophobic. He looked down at the poor, defenseless woman with those terrifyingly intense eyes.
You want to talk?
And then suddenly threw his books on the pavement and ran away. The fiend.
I see. This is tough. They seem as though they're telling the truth entirely. Maybe they're just convinced it's the truth. May I remind the court that this unambiguous testimony comes from a policeman and his wife. That doesn't make it any more credible, dude. Sorry. Now, please continue. I'm just saying, police can make mistakes.
Yes, sir. We definitely can. I mean,
Okay.
We ran straight over, of course, and then went for help at a nearby police box.
Wait, you both left the crime scene? Am I understanding that correctly?
I guess they're just irreceptive.
Irreceptible. Why does that sound so weird? What is your husband who went to fetch help? Was it just him?
No. I went. I may not be a police officer myself, but I'm the proud wife of one after all. Isn't that right, my darling?
Yes, I'm chained up for the rest of my life. That's right. I just missed a beat to go. I was off duty by that point, but Bobby's never truly off duty, so I felt to stay and guard the scene.
And there's a high chance he dozed off. That's almost completely irrelevant if what they said is true. Very laudable, Mr. Beat. Preserving the scene of a crime and a task is considerable importance. I can't even hate the guy. Yeah, he did a good thing there.
That's why I sent Patricia, you see. I told her where to find the police box.
Forgive my ignorance, but what do you exactly mean by the right police box? Wait, do you say that? The right police box? Yeah, that's weird phrasing.
Depends on a crime's location, you see. As to who deals with it, where the woman was stabbed wasn't exactly on my beat.
Huh?
So I told Patricia the way to the police box for the beat that incident fell under so she could go and report it.
That seems like an awfully bad system. I mean, it's like 1,000 years, 100 years ago. Goodness. Can't really blame them.
I ran there as quickly as I could and asked for help from the Bobby on duty. There's nothing more potent than a young couple in love working together, you know?
And thanks to your swift response, the case was quickly resolved. The actions of two model citizens. Most definitely. Oh, yeah, totally.
Oh, please. You're making us blush. Isn't he, darling?
I mean, he's permanently blush. He's probably got a cold. Poor dude.
Yes, sir. What Patricia says, sir.
Okay, let's move on. This is not working. I can't find any holes, man. Why not? Holes in their argument. Let me... Oh, God. I'm honestly... I'll be honest with you guys. I'm just afraid of, stuff getting taken out of context in these videos. Because, man, if you talk as much as I do, you say some weird stuff. Listen, we were already talking about butthole surfers. I don't want... Okay.
I was definitely that Japanese man in the dock. We both saw him clear as day.
I thought it was foggy outside. Surely you wouldn't have been able to see his face by the light of the gas street lamps, would you?
Oh, we absolutely could. Us Londoners have exceptional eyesight, I'll have you know.
Sure you do. Okay, great.
The light from the street lamps was more than enough. And my husband already told you that the fog was only light, didn't he?
Yeah. What about that fog? We're famous for its across the globe, I believe. It's an absolute menace to those who have to live with it, of course, but...
Oh, it is. When it's thick, you can't even see the hand in front of your own arm.
I take your point. Could you stop shaking your husband about? I'm scared for his safety.
No, he's mine! But anyhow, the constant fog makes our eyes very sharp, you see.
I want to see the science on that.
That's why we can tell you for sure, and certain, that it was the little Japanese man we saw.
What? You're little too!
Can't we, darling?
Alright, I'm sick of these two. Get him out of here. I guess it's my job.
No mistake in there. The mustache, the hunchback, the cat-like eyes, the taut mouth, the snub nose, unmistakable, sir.
As far as this couple's testimony is concerned, there can't be any question. It was Soseki-san they saw running away from the scene of the crime. But still doesn't mean he committed the crime. So that's it? That's their entire testimony? What do you think, Mr. Naruto? I have to admit, but on hearing the testimony, it really does seem as though Mr. and Miss Beat saw what they saw. Mr. Natsumi running away from the scene of... Why are you getting mad? Why are you getting mad? What are you... Sato, what?
I feel the same.
Right. So if that's true, where does it leave us? We can't find a hole. Not a
The members of the jury are sure to call for a guilty verdict after this testimony.
No, then what do we do? Has this never happened in Ace Attorney? I don't think so.
If Kazuma-sama were here,
What are you trying to say? I'm not Kazuma, I'm sorry, but...
I think he would try to find a contradiction somewhere else within their testimony.
Somewhere else? Like... Oh, I see! Maybe it's not something relating Natsumi after all.
Your statement about seeing Mr. Natsumi is unequivocal. Calling that into question won't help. But if you could identify some other part of their testimony which appears to contradict the facts, you might be able to discredit them. To make the jury doubt its pair's memory.
Yeah! Okay, I think I get what she's saying. I gotta make them fight. Got it. So it's not necessarily something that the lady says, but the dude is saying. That's an option.
Put simply, we must focus on finding a discrepancy in their statements somewhere. If we don't, I'm afraid the trial may reach an early and unfavorable conclusion.
Okay. Why do I always feel like I always seem to be up against it? Okay. But that's tough. It's wedding anniversary, taking me out for a meal, there's no time to change. And I told him I didn't press, but I don't see how that's relevant. Unless the location of the restaurant would matter, but I doubt it. Two silhouettes appear out of the fog on the pavement in front of us. This is tough. I've given it a lot of thought, but, I mean, other than maybe the location of the restaurant that they ate at, maybe that could give us something? I'm so screwed. I'm so sorry. It's like, Johnny, it's so obvious. I'm sorry. I legit don't know. I feel like I'm getting hardcore judged. But from people in the future. Weird. Anywho, no time to change after work, you say? Are you also a member of the police, Miss Beat?
No. Sadly not. It's a job for strapping young men only. Women and children and the elderly can't even apply.
No kids being beats? That would it'd be funny sight.
That's it, mister. I'm gonna report you once I find the appropriate box to report this crime to.
I think you can probably see why the children and elderly can't do the job, can't you?
I think Rolly looks ever so handsome in his uniform. It suits you down the ground, doesn't it, darling?
She's just so smitten, dude. Goodness. I'm honestly kind of jealous of Mr. Rowley.
Yeah, I just finished my beat, Pat, and now we're heading back to the station. I was actually planning on getting changed there.
Is he talking in his sleep? This is creepy.
Oh no, Rolly. I much prefer you in uniform.
Ugh.
Sometimes I don't recognize you when I see you in plain clothes.
I think she just wants to date a police officer.
That doesn't seem healthy.
Yeah.
No, Rolly, keep it on.
But it's covered in rainwater, man.
No, keep it on.
Would the client stop fantasizing about another couple? This is weird fan fiction. I'm sorry. Kindly adhere to the point. You're going for a meal after you'd finish a beat for the day?
That's right. Although it was fit to drop, to be honest, after spending the whole day on my feet. But policing is my life, sir. As long as I'm the proud owner of this, I'll serve my city and my queen to the end.
How lovely. What's that?
My warrant card, sir. Proof that I'm a London copper. I'm the noble founding principle of the force written on it. As a reminder for policemen who are sworn duty to patrol the streets of London town and uphold peace to a common man. Sir, as such noble cause, I've covered 20 miles every single day without fail and without a grumble.
Homie, let me do some quick math. If 1.5 miles is roughly... that's inhuman. That is inhuman. Caloric intake. Homie's probably starving. Goodness.
Because I know that the pledging of my boots is all London needs to hear to feel safe and secure.
So fighting crime doesn't appear to come into it then, just walking.
But sir, just on that one particular day, I was looking forward to celebrating my wedding anniversary. Miss Pete puts up with a lot being married to a Bobby like me. I want to show my dear wife how much I care. Oh, Pat.
Oh, Rolly. And Rolly's uniform.
Okay. Stop it!
What a charming couple. Their young love is such a
Joy to behold. No, I hate their guts. It's a little over the top. I'm not a fan. And then, describe what happened next. That was nothing!
Mr. Lawyer, sir? Can I ask you something?
Oh, yes. What is it?
Well, you keep asking us all these questions about everything we've told you. So, it seems like you don't believe our testimony.
What the frick is it doing?
Get him. Right, left, right, left.
What is that? Right, left. Oh, I gotta start my beat, do we?
Is that right, is it? Well, out with it. Do you not trust us?
No. I mean, it's not that at all.
My husband's a policeman, remember? And I know what I saw. I remember every last detail. Everything. Like, oh, I know. What about the books the man
Oh, do go on. Do go on.
I could tell you the name of every single one, I could. Every single one.
Well, out with it.
And you dare to question how reliable my testimony is?
Why, yes, I do. Please implicate yourself. What?
No, I won't do it at all. What did he say?
This will do, Miss Beaton.
No, it won't. It won't. That Japanese lawyer has no idea what I am capable of. Even if I decided to forgive him for insulting us, don't think for a minute that Rolly will. Destroy him, husband. Attack mode. Sing, 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 sing.
God, I hear about dudes getting used all the time, but this is... I really didn't mean to cause offense. Please put your husband's fist down.
I'm not doing anything. It's all Royalty's idea.
Stop it! Perhaps, oh Lord, woman, perhaps you'd like the opportunity to supplement your testimony, Miss Beat, if that will stop you from assaulting everyone. Will that appease you?
Well, thank you, my lord. That would be settle things nicely. Wouldn't it, darling?
Okay. Can you tell you the books? All right. I'm just curious if she'll get them right. Hold up, where's that one? Wait! Huh? She said 4 books! There's 3! You effed up, lady. All right, out with it. Out with it, Dan. We want to hear you fumble. I could present right now and get her. You know what? I like to go for the kill. That's not what Patrick even said, but yes, we know there were books dropped at the scene of the crime. As you say, those purchased by the accused at the nearby second-hand bookshop on the day in question.
After I'd been to the police box for help, I decided to have a good look over the area for good measure. I'm a proud policewoman's wife, after all. I did it for Rolly.
What was your husband doing at the time?
Oh, he was lying face down in the snow.
What?
Getting some well-deserved rest.
That's...
He works ever so hard, you know. Ever so hard. Don't you, my darling?
Interesting way of guarding the scene of the crime, but okay. At least they tried. Their heart's in the right place. Well, Miss Beat, seeing as you regaled the court with the tales of your powers of recollection, would you be able to kind of recount the titles of the books you observed?
I'd be happy to. Now are you all listening? With both ears. There was the picture of Monsieur somebody or other, and what's its yearnings. Then there was, a meal for someone, and the last was definitely the thingiums of something. There you have it. You see?
Bravo! She's so smart! I love her! Platonically. I see there are 1 of 2 holes in your memory. I mean,
Well, they were all along those lines, I'm quite sure.
I want to... No, you're wrong. There were indeed books found at the scene with titles along those lines, as you put it.
Well, what did I tell you? So I think it's very mean the way you've been implying that my testimony can't be trusted. Don't you agree, darling?
Okay, let's just wrap this up. What the? Yo, he got a gun!
Anyone who upsets my Patricia will have to answer to... I don't remember.
Terrifying, truly a terror. Yeah, she is. Jesus. God. So that's it? That's the entire testimony? Sasato, no. Sasato, I got this. I got it. What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, I'm a getter! I hate to admit it, but on hearing the testimony, it really does seem as though Mr. and Mrs. B saw what they... No, okay, it's repeat dialogue. I got her! Let me go! Frick! Finally, you have officially... Frick, I did it again! No! Frick! What am I doing? I just had to press Y. How do you F something so simple up? I got you. Okay, don't press anything other than present. You have... Wait, can we do this one too? Yeah, there's 3 there. You have been trolled. More like patrolled. So you're saying that there were 4 books there, right?
That's right. I remember all of them, as I've already previously stated. The picture of Monsieur somebody, what's his yearnings, a meal for someone, and the thingamithingams.
Well, I'm so sorry, Miss Beat. But there is a fundamental flaw in the statement of yours.
Oh no! What flaw?
Well, simply that at the scene of the crime, there were only 3 books, not 4!
What? No, no.
Have a good look at the photographic print of the scene of the crime. There! As you can clearly see, there are only 3 books. Add it up!
No. That can't be. I saw them. I know what it is. Yes, you can't fool me.
What? Sorry?
It's the big old lump on a dead body. The lady's so large, her corpse is blocking the view of the 4th book.
That's all. She's not a corpse! Also, let's try to remember that the poor woman isn't even dead. Even if it were insulting her size, God, she's mean. No. I'm sorry, Miss Beat. We have additional evidence. Mr. Natsumi could not possibly have dropped 4 books you described.
Well, why not?
Fascinating. And from your assumed tone, something you can readily substantiate with evidence, I assume? Oh yeah, we got evidence for days. Counsel, you can present it now. What proof you got? This secondhand book receipt! Duh! That was actually what I wanted to present first, but the evidence is right here, in the form of this bookshop receipt! From your books? Well, shucks, This receipt details Mr. Natsumi's purchases that day, but as you can see, he only purchased 3 books.
No.
Therefore, Mr. Natsumi would have only dropped 3 books at the scene of the crime. So, that means your power of observation, madam, can simply not be relied upon. Try again next time. So it can't be denied that though you say it was the defendant you saw, you could very well be mistaken. There's room for doubt.
Oh, no. Friendly fire!
No, don't do that. Oh, God. Hey, what'd you say? What are you doing? Oh, God. What is that pose? It's plainly evident that it is your powers of deduction that cannot be relied upon, my learned Nipponese friend.